I want to tell you about something that happened to me last year, and it probably has happened to you as well. I was sitting in the school parking lot for carpool, waiting for the pickup like I do every day, and my phone buzzed. I got a text from my kid's teacher about a missing assignment, an email from the dentist confirming an appointment I totally forgot I had even made, and a notification that the grocery order substituted the only brand of peanut butter my kid will eat. I just sat there. I didn't cry, I didn't scream, I just couldn't move. That moment, the one where you're not even upset, you're just empty, that's the hidden cost of being the default parent. Hi, I'm Amanda from Insight Education Academy, and welcome to Insights from Insight. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Today, I want to talk about being the default parent and what it actually does to your brain, your body, and your identity, because nobody talks about this part. So let's get into it. The default parent is the one whose phone the school calls first, the one who knows the pediatrician's number by heart, the one who tracks shoe sizes, allergy medication refills, friend drama, teacher conferences, and which kid is going through what phase. Even in households where chores are split evenly, research consistently shows that one parent, almost always the mother, carries the cognitive labor, the thinking work, the planning work, and the worry work. Dr. Lucia Cicciola and Dr. Sunaya Luther published a landmark study in 2019 in the journal Sex Roles that finally put data behind what millions of mothers already knew. They found that being the household manager, the person who holds the master list of everything, was significantly associated with feelings of emptiness, resentment towards their partners, and lower life satisfaction. Not because these women were doing more dishes, because they were doing more thinking. Sociologist Alison Daminger broke this down even further. She identified 4 stages of cognitive labor: anticipating what needs to be done, identifying the options, making decisions, and monitoring the follow-through. And she found that women disproportionately carried the first stage, anticipating, which is the most mentally taxing and the least visible. Your partner might say, "I'll do whatever you need me to do," but that sentence is the problem because it still puts the thinking on you. And here's the part nobody talks about. This cognitive overload has real, measurable cost. Your prefrontal cortex, the brain's command center for planning, decision-making, and emotional regulation, has a finite capacity. Researchers call this ego depletion or decision fatigue. The more decisions you make, the worse your decision-making becomes. By the time you've managed the morning routine, handled 3 work tasks, navigated a child's emotional crisis, planned dinner, and coordinated the afternoon schedule, your brain is functionally operating at reduced capacity. This is why you snap at your kid over something small at dinner. And this is why you can't decide what to eat for dinner, even though you're starving. And this is why you're exhausted at 8 p.m., even though you didn't do anything hard. You did thousands of small, invisible, hard things. And each one costs a tiny bit of executive function that you can't get back without real rest. Not bath and wine rest, but actual cognitive recovery. The research on burnout from Christina Maslach makes this crystal clear. Burnout isn't about physical exhaustion. It's about emotional exhaustion, depersonalization, and reduced personal accomplishment. Does all this sound familiar? That's not a bad week. That's a full system failure. And then there's the cost nobody measures. You lose yourself. I want you to answer this question honestly. When was the last time someone asked you what you want? Not for the family, not for the kids, not even for dinner. What you want. When was the last time you did something just because it made you happy, without calculating whether it was worth the time away from your responsibilities? Sociologist Shira Offer's research on mental labor found that parents who carry the cognitive load experience constant work-family spillover. They can't mentally disengage from family responsibilities, even during personal time. You're at the gym thinking about school lunches, or you're at dinner with friends mentally calculating the babysitter timeline. You're never actually fully off. Over time, this erodes something fundamental. You stop having preferences. You stop having hobbies. You stop having an identity outside of mom or the one who holds it all together? And here's the cruel twist. When you finally do break down, when that parking lot moment hits, you feel guilty about that too. Because how dare you struggle when you have healthy kids, a roof over your head, and everything looks fine from the outside? But it's not fine. And the first step towards fixing it is naming it. I'm not going to sit here and tell you to take a bubble bath. We both know that doesn't fix system problems. Here are some things that actually help. Number 1, stop being the only brain in the house. Sit down with your partner, your co-parent, your kids if they're older, whoever shares your household, and literally transfer ownership of an entire category, not a task, full categories. Things like, you now own all the medical appointments. You track when they're due, you schedule them, you take the kids, you handle the follow-up. The thinking is the hard part. So transfer the thinking along with the task. Number 2, lower the bar on purpose. This is really, really hard. You are spending executive function resources on standards that nobody asked for and nobody notices. Perfect lunches, coordinated outfits, Pinterest-worthy birthday parties. Every should you're carrying was put there by somebody else's expectation. Drop 3 of them this week and see what happens. Spoiler, nothing bad happens. I know it's hard to believe that, but really nothing bad will happen. Number 3, name yourself outside of your role. Finish this sentence without mentioning your kids, your job, or your responsibilities. I am a person who, if that's hard to finish, that's data. That's the cost of being the default parent. Start filling that sentence back in, one small, tiny thing at a time. This is exactly what I built the Burnout Blueprint around. Not just understanding executive function of your kids, but understanding it in yourself, because you can't pour from an empty prefrontal cortex. If this video hit home, grab the free Default Parent Reset Guide, 7 signs you're carrying the family's entire mental load and the brain science behind each one. Link is in the description. And if you're looking for a simple self-care subscription box, check out our micro reset that will give you simple products you can use in your already existing routines. I know you don't have time for an at-home spa day, so this monthly kit gives you just a little luxe during your 5-minute shower. You can check that out by clicking on the link in the description as well. If you found value in this video, share it with another default parent you know. She needs to hear that she's not broken. Her system is. Make sure to subscribe, and I will see you next time when we start talking about back to school stress and what we can do about it.